Are you looking for the best cheap desktop PCs? In this video we will look at some of the best cheap desktop PCs. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. MSI Pro DP21. This isn't the tiniest mini PC available, but it's a relatively affordable compact desktop focused on performance, making for an effective solution. The desktop-grade Intel Core i3-12100 processor in our review unit is peppy and efficient, and unlike most mini PCs, you can upgrade it. Even if it's not the smallest box, the desktop is still Visa mount ready, and it supports antenna-free Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth. Those mainly seeking performance and expansion options from a compact solution on a tight budget may have found the ideal product in the MSI Pro DP21. Look elsewhere if your mini PC needs to be as small as possible. This MSI mini box is intended to start at the ground level for those with a tight budget and grow with them as they can afford more upgrades. Desktop class. Business. Processor. Intel Core i3-12100. Processor speed. 3.3 GHz. RAM, as tested. 8 GB. Boot drive type. SSD. Boot drive capacity, as tested. 256 GB. Secondary drive type. Secondary drive capacity, as tested. All-in-one screen size. All-in-one screen native resolution. All-in-one screen type. Graphics card. Intel UHD Graphics 730. Operating system. Windows 11 Home. Number 4. HP Envy Move. The Lenovo Idea Center AIO3i, also recommended here, is the more traditional all-in-one. But what if you wanted something more versatile? The HP Envy Move is undeniably a unique proposition. This AIO features a handle and automatic retractable feet so you can tote it around the home or office and set it up in different rooms with ease. There's even a pocket on the back for the keyboard and a battery like a laptop, so it won't die in transit or have to be immediately plugged in. The design works shockingly well, and there's a nice PC in there, too. The screen is a bright 23.8-inch 1440p panel, and inside is an Intel 13th Gen U-series processor with 16 GB of memory and a 1TB SSD. The webcam is sharp, too. It's notably pricier than the Lenovo, but considering all it offers, coming in well under $1,000 is still a bargain. If you can't imagine why you'd possibly want to move your PC more than a couple of times in its lifetime, stick with our other AIO pick. But if you have a household where you want to move around an entertainment system for your kids, plop down a PC in the kitchen while you cook, or work in an office where you might want to collaborate or show off a presentation quickly, the Envy Move is a unique solution. Desktop class. All-in-one. Processor. Intel Core i5-1335U. Processor speed. RAM, as tested. 16 GB. Boot drive type. SSD. Boot drive capacity, as tested. 1 TB. Secondary drive type. Secondary drive capacity, as tested. All-in-one screen size. 23.8 inches. All-in-one screen native resolution. 2560 by 1440. All-in-one screen type. IPS touchscreen. Graphics card. Intel Iris Xe graphics. Operating system. Windows 11 Home. Number 3. Dell Inspiron 24 AIO 5430. Sometimes simplicity is king, and the Inspiron 24 5430 nails that concept among budget AIO PCs. With an affordable starting price, this Inspiron is a sleek, compact, and generally capable system with a big screen. It includes a better-than-average pop-up 1440p webcam and a wireless mouse and keyboard, eliminating the need to buy those items separately. The 24-inch screen isn't the sharpest at 1080p, and performance isn't particularly noteworthy, but these are in the acceptable range to keep the price down. We're big fans of all-in-one desktops, particularly of affordable ones, and the Inspiron 24 is an admirable example. As mentioned, its Intel Core 5-120U processor is merely decent if you need particularly quick performance, but it should be suitable for an online kiosk, as a web browser in the kitchen, or serving as home workstation. Its relatively small size and slick style make it a smart pick if it's going to be in a more visible location in your home. Desktop class. All-in-one. Processor. Intel Core 5-120U. Processor speed. RAM, as tested. 16 GB. Boot drive type. SSD. Boot drive capacity, as tested. 512 GB. Secondary drive type. Secondary drive capacity, as tested. All-in-one screen size. 23.8 inches. All-in-one screen native resolution. 1920 by 1080. All-in-one screen type. IPS touchscreen. Graphics card. Intel graphics. Operating system. Windows 11 Home. Number 2. HP Pavilion Desktop TP01-2060. Most budget desktops have adequate but not impressive horsepower. HP's Pavilion Desktop TP01-2060 stands apart with a potent 8-core AMD Ryzen 7 processor, tempting users who plan to do a bit of photo or video editing or other digital content creation in addition to routine productivity and online tasks, and its dual storage drives, a 256GB SSD plus 1TB hard drive, ensure you won't run out of room. 5 USB 3.2 ports, 4 Type A and 1 Type C, are conveniently located up front. Power users with not-so-powerful wallets will find the Pavilion fills the bill. Though it won't support a dual-monitor setup, it has only one HDMI monitor port rather than two, and its Wi-Fi 5 networking means slower downloads than Wi-Fi 6 or 6E. If you can live with those limitations, the compact and quiet HP is a winning choice. Desktop class. Mainstream. Processor. AMD Ryzen 7 5700G. Processor speed. 3.8 GHz. RAM, as tested. 16 GB. Boot drive type. SSD. Boot drive capacity, as tested. 256 GB. Secondary drive type. Hard drive. Secondary drive capacity, as tested. 1 TB. All-in-one screen size. All-in-one screen native resolution. All-in-one screen type. Graphics card. AMD Radeon Graphics. Operating system. Windows 11 Home. Number 1. Acer Aspire TC1780UA92. A few speed demons may complain that Acer's Aspire TC1780UA92 has a merely adequate Intel Core i5 and integrated graphics that can't play demanding games, but they'll have a hard time finding anything else to gripe about for the price. This successor to our previous top cheap desktop continues to drive perky everyday performance, now with a 13th gen chip and the latest wireless and Wi-Fi 6E. It even has 2 HDMI ports to boost productivity with a dual monitor setup. If you want an affordable yet capable PC, it's hard to do better than this Aspire Micro Tower. The TC1780 has handy front-mounted USB 3.2 ports, both Type A and Type C, and a useful media card reader. Its storage and RAM are expandable, though the power supply lacks the GPU connector you'd want for a robust discrete graphics card, and Acer continues to resist the temptation to clutter the system with unwanted bloatware. Desktop class. Mainstream. Processor. Intel Core i5-13400. Processor speed. 2.5 GHz. RAM, as tested. 8 GB. Boot drive type. SSD. Boot drive capacity, as tested. 512 GB. Secondary drive type. Secondary drive capacity, as tested. All-in-one screen size. All-in-one screen native resolution. All-in-one screen type. Graphics card. Intel UHD Graphics 730. Operating system. Windows 11 Home.